Hello, welcome to the Classical Conversations YouTube channel. Today we're visiting the homeschool space of Jodi Priest in 360 degrees. So Jodi, give us the tour.
Okay, so our classroom is really set up for younger children. We school at home a 7, a 5, and a 3-year-old. We've tried to keep the middle of the room open, and then we have individual workspaces for the children. But you'll see as I take you around that I've really tried to set up little center areas, and that really allows the kids to kind of separate from what the group is doing and do some individual work. So right here we set up a little library area in here, and so when the kids have a few extra minutes they can come and grab a book. They sit in this fun little chair, but in addition to the books we have some magnets, some blocks. So I set up our day in about 20 to 30 minute time slots. So when one child finishes, they can go and do something, in their 5 minutes. I mean, 5 minutes is a lot for a 5-year-old. Our bulletin board is what we're going to be studying later this year in our CC program.
Okay.
I keep in here a reading chart for my 5-year-old, so every time he finishes his reading lesson, he gets a sticker. This is an additional map. We have maps everywhere.
And additional wall space.
Additional wall space. These are kind of our puzzles for this week, and that's a good downtime activity too. What I find with my group of little people is if we swap something out, then it piques an interest in it. If you leave everything out all the time, then they just kind of gloss over it and do the, I don't have anything to do. Over here under my desk, this year I added this kind of little ribbon thing. We can make our way around over there in a minute, but that's where I hide a lot of my stuff to swap out each week. So this is kind of where a lot of our time is spent during the day.
And I notice it is a portrait-oriented whiteboard, which I don't think I have ever seen, thus it did not occur to me that you could hang a whiteboard this way. But it certainly makes it easier for a child to reach, and for you to reach at the top part of it.
And it doesn't take up as much space. The 3-year-old will work at the bottom. She has a different set of markers that she uses. She really grinds the markers down. So
no one else wants to use that.
No.
One of the things I'm seeing at work in this space is it's not age segregated, and thus you have overlapping areas of study.
So yes, they all overlap. One space is not dedicated to one child other than their desk. Just moving along, this area is also where we do a lot of work. They do a lot of coloring work. This is kind of our art hub. We do group lessons here, so we do our math here. Anytime mommy has to sit and work with one of them. I can see that in the future we're gonna have to get a bigger table, but this one works for now. This is my 7-year-old's desk.
Yeah, he's got one of those, build up your back on your own power.
So
kind of
he is a very
office chairs.
fidgety kid. So this helps him get some fidgets out while he works.
And the 5-year-old's got a more standard chair.
5-year-old doesn't have nearly the wiggles. The 3-year-old's desk is here in the middle.
So like the standard desk with the book slot underneath.
Yep, and I've kind of faced them all outside. Kind of a problem sometimes with the sun and stuff, but it's really nice because I do find that they will sit and kind of just daydream looking out the window. So then right beside her on her desk there's another reading station. So that's kind of books tailored to her little level, and she grabs those. This is my workspace. Just getting organized for the lesson that I'm about to teach is important.
What does your work at this desk look like when you're teaching 3 different age groups?
So this is really the planner that I kind of live by. It breaks the months down. It breaks my weeks down to kind of outline what we're doing for the week. Where do we get the lessons in? Where do we get some activities? Where's a break? Because I feel like when you do homeschool 3 children, or even 1 child, I mean, you have to be organized and good stewards of your time. The other thing I added this year was this printer. I always seem to run out of ink. So during the back to school sale this year, I bought one of their printers with the Insta Ink subscription. So ink shows up to my doorstep. The printer tells them when I'm low.
Just another way that the information age is homeschooling easier.
It was great.
And is this table like a homemade job?
The table I got at a used furniture store in the junk area, and then I just got a bottom to go to it.
It's just a table bottom under there.
Yeah.
Wow, with the big ol'
I wanted the big, yeah, it's like a travertine top. Underneath here, you can see I kind of had a stack of trays and some manipulatives in here. These are some cotton balls, and I'll give her a set of tongs.
And this is the 3-year-old.
This is the 3-year-old, and she will use the tongs and put one. I mean, it's a fine motor skill.
Yep.
These are magnets, and so we'll tell her, you know, we'll put a chicken, a cow, and maybe a duck. And then we'll ask her to get the duck for us. Something to entertain her for a minute, but it can also be work on fine motor skills.
Yeah.
I try to incorporate a lot of the Montessori idea of tot trays when they're that age.
So that's 3 different areas where you have swap-outable content.
Yes. I've gone and got a couple of different sizes of these industrial shelves from Lowe's. It's just good to store like games that we play. I got this fun little contraption from Walmart. It just
and it spins. Yeah.
So I use it to store art supplies in. I think everything in that thing has come from the dollar store.
Wow. This raises the question, how do you know when you're at the dollar store what to buy to go with homeschooling?
I think that comes with experience and lots of time on Pinterest.
Oh, okay.
You know, nights when I'm laying in bed just perusing Pinterest for other homeschool moms' ideas. And you can walk through the dollar store and think to yourself, oh, look, you could use this water dropper to work on fine motor skills of dropping water on different things. This is one of our other favorites, a little shaker, and she uses toothpicks.
Toothpicks through the Parmesan cheese shaker trick.
This will actually entertain her for 30 minutes easily. But the key is you have to hide it and bring it out new.
Well, Jodi, thank you for the tour.
Sure thing.
And if you would like to see more homeschool room tours in 360 and more interviews with homeschooling parents, check out our YouTube channel or visit our website to learn more about homeschooling and find classical conversations communities near you. God bless you and happy homeschooling.